Hi, and thank you for joining us for this City Update. I'm Sherry Kropp, and I have with me today Sergeant Alpha Caldwell. She is with the Fayetteville Police Department. And with school starting back in just a couple of weeks, yeah, I know it's hard to believe, summer's almost over and it's that time, we thought it would be appropriate to share a few safety tips with you. So thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
So as the school year starts, what are some safety tips that people should keep in mind?
Definitely give yourself some time to get to where you need to be early. With school starting back up and the buses hitting the road and kids getting to their bus stops, give yourself some additional maybe 10-15 minutes to get on the road to get to where you need to be so you can get there safely. You're not rushing.
And also we want people to be aware of the school zones. School's been out of session and the school flashing lights have been off, so they've been able to maintain normal speeds. But now with the schools in session, they need to pay particular attention to those school flashing lights.
Yes. Slow down. As you're getting ready to go to your school zones and you see buses, you're going to see the flashing lights. Go ahead and prepare to slow down so you're not speeding through those school zone areas.
And Sergeant Caldwell, I also understand that if you have a violation of speeding within a school zone, you're going to have a big ticket.
Yes, you will. We want you to pay attention for the safety of the children as well as yourself, but also understand that it's going to be it can be a financial detriment to yourself as well, and as well as getting points on your license that also increases your finances that you could avoid just by paying attention to your school zones and to the speed limits that you're entering into. So it goes with safety as well as you don't want it to be a financial detriment to yourself as well.
What about the crosswalks?
Yes, pay attention to your crosswalks. When you see the school lights warning you, hey, slow down, you're into a school zone, pay attention to your crosswalks. Pay attention because kids, they're excited. It's the first day at school. Some of these are real young children, and they'll be darting through the parking lots or going out into the roadways trying to catch up to their friends or their families that are crossing the street. So just pay attention and slow down so that those kids can get to school safely and that you can get to where you need to be as safely as well.
That's a very good point, because even as parents are dropping their kids off at the sidewalk in front of the school, kids are excited, like you said, so they may dart out in front, so we want to make sure you pay special attention to that. So let's talk about some of the school bus safety. People sometimes get confused with when they're supposed to stop and when they're not supposed to stop when that school bus arm is out, so talk about that.
Yes. Give yourself some distance when you're behind a school bus. Once you see the arms getting ready to stick out, go ahead and slow down, that the stop sign is going to be out. When you're traveling or the 4 or 5 lane roads where there is a median or a center turning lane and the bus is on the opposite side of the road, you do not have to stop. Now, unless you're behind the bus, you have to stop. Right. Now, if there is no median or center turning lane, then all lanes of travel going both directions need to stop.
Absolutely. And if you have any questions about that, you can always visit the North Carolina Department of Public Safety website, ncdps.gov or org. We'll have it on screen so that you can see that. They've got some nice visual charts for you to look at there. Now, I understand that Fayetteville Police Department partners with other agencies, and especially in the first few weeks when school starts back. Talk about that.
Yes. So you'll see a lot more law enforcement officers in the school zone areas with their lights on. Just to give you guys a heads up and be aware, hey, school's back in and you need to slow down. So you will see a lot more law enforcement out on patrolling in the school zone areas when school starts back.
Okay, thank you so much for that information. We want everyone to start off this school year safe and aware. So be sure to watch for those speed light flashing signs at crosswalks or when you're approaching schools. Make sure that you stop for those bus arms. When you see the lights flashing yellow, that does not mean speed up and get around them. It means they're getting ready to throw that stop arm out. So make sure that as you're approaching that you stop far enough back, that they have plenty of clearance for the kids to cross the street. Thank you for joining us for this City Update, and we'll see you next time.